The talented Diogo Jota and Trent Alexander-Arnold exposed Arteta's optimism. Liverpool saw off the challenge of Arsenal in a high-quality semi-final second leg, earning passage to their first domestic cup final since 2016. 2 goals, scored and created by the brilliant duo of Diogo Jota and Trent Alexander-Arnold, settled the contest after Arsenal's fine rearguard effort in the goalless first leg. Arsenal's recent form has rightly engendered optimism, Liverpool's a little disappointment, but here Jurgen Klopp's team played with control, composure and quality, and demonstrated the gap that Arsenal have still to bridge. For the first time, Mikel Arteta was playing his young quartet of Bukayo Saka, Smith Rowe, Martin Odegaard and Gabriel Martinelli together from the start. They played behind Alexandre Lacazette, with Albert Sambi Lokonga as the deep disruptor in midfield. Arsenal were sparky from the start. Martinelli found himself locked near the byline by a guard of 3 Liverpool defenders, but his dancing feet won a corner out of nothing. A couple of minutes later Smith Rowe pinched possession deep in the final third, and Martinelli whipped a pass towards Saka, who was fouled on the edge of the area by Andy Robertson. Lacazette's free kick was a beauty, fizzed over the top of the wall with a short backlift, and it would have dipped underneath the bar had Caoimhin Kelleher not thrown up a hand to tip it onto the woodwork. Arsenal continued to dominate the early exchanges. They tore away on a quick counter, Fabinho lunging in and missing an interception in the center circle, and Smith Rowe played in Martinelli. He lobbed the ball dangerously into the middle, and only a very generous free kick, awarded as Saka jumped with Kelleher, diffused the danger. Belatedly, Liverpool flickered into life. Fabinho met an outswinging corner with a meaty header that was going just wide before Matip diverted it in. Matip was standing offside, however, and the flag was quickly raised. But having weathered that early pressure, Liverpool did take the lead. Roberto Firmino played a cute backheel to grease the wheels, and Alexander-Arnold, in a central midfield position, played a sweeping pass out to Jota. Jota dipped his shoulder, drove inside, and Takahiro Tomiyasu, normally a stout defensive presence, lost his balance and his chance to stop him. As 3 defenders converged, Jota struck a scuffed shot that dribbled past Aaron Ramsdale, who would surely have stopped it had he been standing on his goal line rather than 5 yards out. Arsenal rallied, roared on by a vociferous crowd. Martinelli had a shooting chance from Kieran Tierney's excellent pass, but it was snuffed out by Fabinho, making one of his telescopic lunging tackles and timing it well. The midfield battle was intense, but Odegaard's composure on the ball was impressive. At one stage, Liverpool's pressing unit swarmed him in a pincer movement as he received the ball on the turn, and Odegaard serenely waltzed away from them, the sort of moment of nonchalant virtuosity under pressure that draws a few gaffes. Meanwhile, Tomiyasu was having his most difficult half as an Arsenal player, perhaps rattled by his failure to stop Jota for the opening goal. He was dispossessed by Jota, then clipped a misdirected pass straight out of play. Klopp replaced Matip with Ibrahima Konaté at halftime. But it was Arsenal who created the first big chance. Lokonga clipped a gorgeous pass over the top of Liverpool's defensive line, taken on his chest by Lacazette, who blazed the shot over the bar. Liverpool then spurned an even better opportunity. Jota burned past Ben White, trying in vain to help Tomiyasu by doubling up, and rolled the ball across the goalmouth for Kai Gordon, who couldn't keep the shot down. Alexander-Arnold was availing himself of his full quiver of passes, firing a lovely low ball which split the channel between Gabriel and Tierney and sprung Fabinho loose. A quicker man might have raced clear on goal, but the Brazilian tried to find Jota and the chance escaped. Arsenal looked a little frail from set pieces, giving up another uncontested header from a corner, this time to Konaté, whose attempt struck the post. At the other end, Kelleher looked commanding, punching a brutish in-swinging corner clear despite the vexatious attentions of Lacazette. There was another supreme moment of playmaking craft from Alexander-Arnold, who galloped down the right and, at full speed, played the perfect, curving cross, tracing an arc behind the retreating Arsenal defenders and into the path of the stretching Gordon, who couldn't make the proper contact. Arsenal then wasted an excellent opportunity to counter against a threadbare Liverpool defense, Smith Rowe underhitting his pass just as those open green spaces yawned invitingly in front of them. Liverpool continued to pose a threat, especially getting down the right and pulling the ball back. From another such scenario, Takumi Minamino, who had come on to replace Gordon, had a shot from in front of Ramsdale blocked by White. Martinelli's trickery was lifting the home fans off their seats, and he nearly broke through, weaving and feinting on the left before unleashing a shot from a tight angle which burst through Kelleher's gloves on its path over the crossbar. Arteta then introduced Eddie Nketiah and Thomas Partey, the latter having made an extraordinary dash back from African Cup of Nations duty with Ghana in Cameroon. But Liverpool were the more incisive team and they finally put the tie to bed as the scorer and assister of the first goal combined to devastating effect again. Alexander-Arnold, standing just behind the halfway line, played a raking cross, which Jota took down on his chest and dinked beautifully over Ramsdale. The offside flag was initially raised, but a VR review showed Jota was clearly onside and the goal was given. Martinelli, Arsenal's liveliest player, almost pulled one back, flicking the ball up and hooking a shot just over. However, Partey was dismissed for 2 cautions, the second foul on Fabinho probably worthy of a straight red. It was a sour end to a night which reminded Arsenal they still have some distance to climb. Carabao Cup Final Chelsea v Liverpool Wembley. Sunday, February 27th TV, Sky Sports main event. Arsenal, a Ramsdale 5, T Tomiyasu 4, B White 6, Gabriel 6, K Tierney 5, A Sambi Lokonga 6, B Saka 6, E Smith Rowe 5, M Odegaard 7, G Martinelli 8, A Lacazette 6. Booked Lacazette, Tomiyasu, Partey. Send-off Partey. Liverpool, C Kelleher 7, T Alexander Arnold 9, J Matip 6, V Van Dijk 7, A Robertson 7, J Henderson 6, Fabinho 7, C Jones 8, K Gordon 6, R Firmino 7, D Jota 9. Booked Konaté, Jones, Minamino.